So hello everyone and welcome back. So this is the third lecture on the generative AI course, and in my last two lectures we discuss about the generative AI introduction, and then we discuss about the artificial intelligence and the machine learning and the deep learning, and we discuss how this will be helpful in this today's world, and also we discuss the use cases. And in the second lecture we discuss the LLM. So and there we discuss where and how this is useful, and then we discuss the internal working of the LLM. So how this LLM are useful in the terms of generative AI, and then we discuss some key points, and then we discuss some use cases. So like already I have discussed all this topic in a very depth manner, and I have made this concept very crystal clear in my last two lecture. So guys, if you've not watched it, then I will suggest go and just have a look on those topic. So today we are going to discuss the new topic, and it is very trendy topic, that is a prompt engineering. So let's talk about the prompt engineering. So now this is something that is very growing field. So there are like lots of new opportunity coming for a prompt engineering, and of course this is the core component of generative AI. So that's why I have included this topic in this course. And now before we go ahead and understand what is the prompt engineering, first we will understand what are the prompts. So here, when you are talking to Alexa and you ask a question to Alexa that how is the weather? So that is a prompt, right? And if you ask Siri that what is the temperature outside? So that is a prompt. And to the Google, you ask the recipe of the chocolate cake. So that is a prompt. So, whenever you are asking a question or giving an instruction or an input to get the desired response or output, so that is a prompt, right? So, prompt means specific questions or input that you give to a AI system to get the required response. So, that is called as a prompt. So, for example, we have a few example on the screen. Like I can tell the chat gpt for the text generation. I can say to chat gpt to summarize the key points of this research article on a generative ai and its impact to retain industry. So it will generate a summarized version or the key points regarding the prompt. So like whatever input we will provide, it will generate the text related to that. So that is actually done by generative AI, but the input we are providing, so that is known as prompt. Again, for example, for the image generation. So let's say I'm giving a prompt that generate the image of a red bus. So AI model is going to generate a bus of red color. So here the prompt is like generate the image of a red bus, and this is useful for image generation purpose. Again, for writing, we can say chat gpt or give a prompt that write a short story to motivate the player. Then it will provide you the prompt, uh, the output to motivate the player and all, right? Again, for the code generation, the prompt can be write a java program to add the the two numbers or number. So this is a prompt, right? So here are the some example of a prompt. So now imagine that you are talking to a friend and you ask a very generic question to tell me the weather in Bangalore. Now, this is very generic question, right? Are you asking about the weather today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow? Or you are asking in what context you are asking. So your friend is not sure about it because this is a very generic question, right? Now, again, Now again, if you change the same question to something like that with a more specific. Let's say that I'm going to Bangalore this Saturday. So how is the weather going to be? Then you will get much better answer. Your friend may tell you that it is raining for a few days, so it can be floody on Saturday. and as a human they may throw you the some more information, like the bridge is so and so is closed, or some like innovation is going on, or you can avoid this route and all, right? So this kind of information you may get as a human being. So the key takeaway is very simple. If you ask somebody clear, specific, accurate question, you give the correct context, then you will get the better answer. So that is what prompt engineering is all about. If you want to get the good answer, then you need to ask the good question or a good prompt. So that is a prompt engineering, right? Now again, so the prompt engineering is all about the crafting well defined queries so that you ask the clear questions. If you ask a specific pointed questions, then you ask unambitious questions and you get better and accurate and relevant response, right? So this is all about the prompt, how you are putting to the AI model. So according to that, it can give you or provide you the answer. So now we will see some example by going to the chat gpt, and then we are going to see some like practical example. So for example, in the chat gpt, let's say let's say I will write what is AI, right? So yeah, so here like let's assume that I am a software developer professional, okay, and I want to know about artificial intelligence. So I will just go here in ChatGPT and write what is AI, and I will run it. So here you can expect that it is a very generic question, right? So what you will get in return also is a very generic information, because ChatGPT will tell you all about AI, everything, blah blah blah, but it will be in a very generic manner, right? It will provide you lots of information, but into a very generic manner. I mean, it will not be particular to a particular domain related information. And here you can see in the screen, these informations are very generic for somebody who is coming from a software developer background like me, right? So I need to make it more specific. So instead of just asking a very generic basic questions like what is AI, I can make it more pointed. So I can write something like that, let's say I am a software developer, explain me. So the main point to observe is that here I am not writing ChatGPT again that explain me about which topic, because already I have asked him about AI. But now I am providing him or giving him the more context with this prompt that I am a software developer, explain me. So ChatGPT will know with the prompt engineering that he is asking about AI, but in the terms of software development profile. So if I hit run, so what AI is by including relevant example from my field. So when you run this, the time you will see that you will get more pointed answers from the chat gpt, right? So you are in a field of software development, and now it is telling you all the information that pretend to software developer only. So whatever information it's tell you, it's now more pointed and now more in the context of software, right? So this is also giving you a relevant example from each of this area like we ask to do, right? So yeah, so that is about the prompt engineering, right? Now so let's try one more thing. This time I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and let's say for example, so we will ask into a different context. Let's say what is solar energy. All right, so now I'm going to ask what is solar energy, and this is the prompt into a different context. So let's go ahead and run it. So and again you could see ChatGPT could start giving me the information, and this information will be in a very generic information. Now I'm not saying that this information is not correct. Of course these are correct information, but it in a very generic manner. So use cases I am looking for, and so I want to make it more pointed. So I want to make it more specific for my use case. So that's where we can do the prompt engineering, right? So this time I will do the prompt engineering on a very broad level instead of keeping it questions specific. So I can go in and I can put it a generic prompt here. So what we can do into the generic prompt, what I can write, imagine imagine you are okay. So let me write. Okay. So what prompt I can write is that, so give me the answer. Okay, so let's say, give me the answer in pointed manner and under 200 words, right? 200 words. So now, so he will provide me the answer in a pointed manner. Here you can see, now we are getting the answers in a pointed manner, and this will be under 200 words here. So it's only provided this answer in a very 200 words and in a very pointed and in a bulleted manner, right? So this is about the prompt engineering. Now I have set it the context that all the answers you will get in a pointed manner or in a bullet manner, but under the 200, right? So now, yeah, so now, so let me put one more prompt. Let's say energy, uh, regarding the wind energy. Okay, so now you see. Okay, so now you see again, ChatGPT is providing me the answer into the bulleted manner and under 200 words. Now the ChatGPT or the model has remembered that I have put it a prompt that I have to, yeah. So here, like, I have put it a context that it should be pointed manner and answer should be in pointed manner and under 200 words. So now whatever prompt I will put, it is going to, so it is going to remember the previous context and it is going to provide the answer according to that. So it remember that, right? So you are talking about being, yeah, so it remember and then it is providing all the answers under that context, right? Yeah, so like this is the benefit of a prompt engineering. We can get customized output, we get better output, and this is why the prompt engineering is becoming such a hot field and a very demanding field. Imagine, okay, so now you can imagine that you didn't need any coding knowledge to do that, right? This is really an art. You just wrote some English and you got better suited answer, right? So all these were some live examples for the prompt engineering by providing the prompt, and here I have shown you how the context are getting remembered by the AI models, right? So you call out everything clearly, like expand on your answers with scenarios which are beneficial for you, right? So all these things you can introduce in the prompt is keep it very specific, very pointed, and do not, and it will not give the generic answer, right? So yeah, so let's move to our slide. And yeah, so what are the best practices for the prompt engineering? So what should be the best practice? So first one is that clearly convey the desired response. First is clearly convey the desired response. So nothing more important than this. Be very clear in what you need. If you need a executive summary, tell that. So the LM is not giving you a detailed answer of 30 lines. So you can provide the context, you can provide a very clear and convey message that I want in 20, like 200 words or 100 words into the bulleted format or into the descriptive format. So LM is going to use that context. So these are going to remember by the LLM, and then they are going to use that context for the further, I mean, the communication, right? So the second point is like provide context or background information. So just like we saw a little while back, we told LM very clearly that I am from a software industry, and I am a news journalist, that I will help to keep answer into the pointed and exact into the 200 words. So it has provided me the answers in that particular context. So you have to provide a context or the background, right? The third point is like balance simplicity and complicity. So yeah, so what does this mean? This means to keep balance between too simple and too complex. So prompt, like if you write something very simple, LM may give you a wide generic answer, but at the same time if you throw 10 different things in there, so LM will get confused and it will give more complete junk, or maybe the complicated answer or useless answer for you. So keep it a balance, specifically in case of complex topic. And finally, the way to achieve all of this is like iterative testing and refinement. So there is no one single rule for that fits for all. Prompt engineering is just an art, it is not just science. You have to be creative, right? You have to be clear, and you may be very well not get the right prompt in the first step itself. So keep changing, keep iterating, keep testing the response, and finally you will find something that works for you and in your best suited use cases, right? So that is all about the prompt engineering. Remember, a very quick and easy way to get better result. So you do not need to know any coding, you can simply tweak some English and get around better result. However, at the same time there are few challenges also. Firstly, your result may not like consistence. Of course, a small word change in the prompt can change your result, and also you cannot fit to the many things in a prompt. So if you do that, you could cause confusion, so this may get inaccurate result. So this is where the limitations come, and the questions become how you get a better result through LM. How do we get better result from our specific corpus of data? So that's where the limitations come, and that's where the concept called the fine tuning comes into the picture. So next we are going to discuss about the fine tuning. So stay tuned with me, and in the next lecture we are going to see how we can like eliminate the limitation of the prompt engineering by discussing the fine tuning topic. So see you in the next lecture.